Hiring felt like a nightmare until they found us. And this is how Remote Latinos turned things around for this company.
My name is Corey Devol, and I am a real estate investor.
Wonderful. So in that case, let me go straight forward with you. How long you've been working with Remote Latinos?
I've been working with Remote Latinos for about 2 months.
Okay, 2 months, not long ago at the end.
Correct.
Great. So let me ask you, what made that experience working with Remote Latinos and at the end hiring with the company different than other companies?
I've thought about doing Upwork. I've created accounts with Upwork and a few other companies like that. But at the end of the day, I don't have a ton of experience in hiring individuals, going through the correct process of hiring somebody, making sure I have different SOPs in place, figuring out their pay scale, how to present it all. And that's where I feel Remote Latinos, really helped and held my hand through the entire hiring process.
Great. Because in the case, you've been hiring at so far just one person, which is Marielle, as your closer, and at the SC, this was a fast hiring. So in that case, how was the experience so far with her? Just a couple of weeks in the process, and you already hired somebody. So how was that specific process?
I think the process was, very low, very low stress. I feel that everything was handled very professionally. The meetings that Remote Latinos had, and they helped set up the meetings between Marielle and myself. And Marielle, as advanced in the real estate market as she was, she had another offer already, and we were able to capitalize, with our offer and secure her with a position, in a very low, low turnaround time.
Indeed. Great. So I would like to also ask you, Corey, can you describe any specific moments or interactions that particularly impressed you of the whole process?
Again, just being able to take some of those tasks, like setting up the meetings, having the contracts, already kind of laid out for me, and being able to help me with the compensation plan. I feel like those are the biggest hurdles that I had as a business owner hiring my first employee, just not sure the exact steps and what is needed to be done. So having that taken off my plate was a huge burden relieved.
Yeah, and I do recall that first meeting that we had, in which we discussed about that comp plan, that bonus structure, that together we were building that and to find the best solution for either you and for your future hire. So I'm glad to know that everything went well with that. So what would you tell to other business owners who want to hire a remote team member about Remote Latinos?
I want to tell, other business owners that, there are solutions for us out there, that are not overly costly to help us, bridge that gap, where we need, again, a little bit more hand holding through that process, to be able to take that jump. Because, as a business owner, there's a lot of times where we're the hustler and we're, doing a million tasks, and we're afraid to give those tasks away, thinking that they're not going to be performed as well. So Remote Latinos can step in, help with the burden of hiring that first person, and then also, we'll help with the training, with some of the SOPs, to get them up to speed in your company at a pretty rapid rate.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And we're about to finish. Let me ask you, how would you rate the overall experience satisfaction or that satisfaction level of the hiring experience?
1 out of 5, I give it a 5. I'm very happy with my experience, and I'm excited about my continued relationship with Remote Latinos and my next hire.
Love that. And finally, any closing words? Anything additional you would like to add?
No, great job. Again, I'm excited for the future, and thank you again for finding Marielle for me, and then helping get her onboarded into my company.
If you like what you heard, let's build a remote team and help you get your time back. Go to remotelatinos.com and click on the description below.